Hey, it's your boy Black Socrates from Mental Dialogue, where all I ask is that you think. And the other day I went up to my preacher from my hometown back in South Carolina, and I said, man, I got this incredible idea that I think black churches around the country could actually do, but let's go ahead and get it started here. And he said, hey, what you got? And I said, man, why don't the church just go out into the communities and let the community know that they're soliciting all the black business owners in the community, and even if they're not members, just get a list of black-owned businesses, and every Sunday just feature one of the black-owned business owners and let the church know that they're in business. When I do my Mental Dialogue live experiences here at the barbershops, I'll often say to the group, outside of where you get your hair cut or where you get your you eat food at, how many black businesses do you support? And I see very few hands go up, even in Atlanta, the so-called black Mecca. So, but the reason is you don't know people in business, because here in Atlanta, we're in every industry here in Atlanta, but yet we don't consciously seek out our own to spend our money with. And the thing about other cultures is they do it subconsciously. We subconsciously still go to other cultures. There was a study done that said that our dollar stays in our community for 6 hours. Other cultures, it stays in the community for 14 days and 20 days and things of that nature. And I will stay in there for 6 hours. I guess the day you get your check, that 6 hours, you drive home, go to the house, and by the time you go out and get something, that first dollar is spent outside our community. That's a damn shame. But what was worse was I ran that idea by my preacher. You know what he told me? He said, well, I gotta get this in place, and we're working on some other things, and then so when we get this back in place, and then we can talk about that. I was like, what? I didn't say that to him. I was just sit there in shock, because I thought this was the simplest idea that could easily be done. And what made me do it was there was a post on Facebook about 3 weeks ago. We all Facebook activists. We're really slacktivists. But anyway, I saw a post that said, we need the black church is not involved enough in the community. And that's a shame, considering that historically the civil rights movement that we hold in such high esteem, and we really should. I mean, the unfortunate thing, the further we've gotten away from the civil rights movement, the less we really recall and understand what progress has come from it. And unfortunately, on economic factors, there's been a lot less progress than we even realized. I saw a stat just recently, and you can go look this up, where actually the wealth gap between whites and blacks right now in 2014 is higher than it was in 1967. So when I hear people upset and say we really haven't progressed, I'm seeing things out there that say that. Now, I don't like to believe that, because I know the opportunity to progress is still there. But if I can't go up to my preacher or go up to these preachers and say, hey, here's a way that you can actually progress in the community, and they say, hey brother, we got to work on this, and we got to do this, so I'm challenging. This is all acted out of the Black Business Challenge that Andre Hatchett started, and I've been going around to businesses because of Andre Hatchett from Buy Black NYC. It challenged us to go to black businesses that we frequent and put up a video saying that we support them. Last week I just went to a black-owned business, and it was wonderful, and so doing great business. And so I want to get the sentiment out there that black-owned businesses don't do great business. If you think about it, you've been to other businesses that have upset you. You go to this Chinese restaurant over here and it go bad. You don't stop going to all Chinese restaurants. You just go to another one. Well, excellence is required. So if you're in business for yourself, if you want to maintain good business, you have to be excellent. I don't care what color you are. But subconsciously, other cultures spend within their businesses first. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to have a white business challenge when you're going to white businesses all the time. We know that people come into our community, and we talk about the gas stations now being owned by Arabs, which is their collective dollar. They come in, own the gas station, take the dollar out of the community. So it's time for us to find out where our businesses are and what's the best way to do it. I mean, there's black pages that people don't pick up, but wouldn't it be nice if you went to church and each Sunday there was a black business owner stood up that you didn't even know was in business, is just getting featured, telling you what they do and what they need and what type of clients they're looking for. And here's an incredible opportunity to get great business. If any of those businesses in your community are not up to par, then the church leaders can go to their business and say, hey, we're getting complaints from you brother, from you sister, and we want you to get up to par so that we can continue supporting your business. This is an incredible, simple opportunity that I couldn't imagine why any preacher or you as a church member take this idea to your preacher and say, look, I want to put together the list and ask our members. Some may be business owners within the membership, but we just want to go out in the community. Another thing that prompted this for me was not just the Black-Owned Business Challenge, the Black Business Challenge by Andre Hatchett, but I just was riding through another neighborhood here in Atlanta, and I saw an old church, and right beside the old church was a brand new, beautiful church. I'm talking, when I say literally, you didn't have to walk 10 feet to be into the next church. But this church was incredible, but the neighborhood was run down. And I'm sitting here going, wow, this community has circulated that black dollar to put up this beautiful church. And I can imagine this neighborhood's probably looked like this for a lot of years. And that's not an indictment on the black church for having a beautiful church. Nothing wrong with that. But let's make sure that the church is doing more than saving souls. Let's progress. And even from my own church back home, I've definitely had, our family has even gotten help from the church when we're in need. But I'm trying to get us out of survival mode. It's time to progress. We are in a capitalistic society, as my brother Jim Klingman always says. Capitalism without capital is just an ism. But let's get rid of the ism, get us some capital, get these black churches on board. So the challenge to all black churches is find out who your business owners and send your constituents to those owners to circulate the dollar, build up the community, and when now something goes wrong, we have say-so because we are actually building infrastructure by supporting our own. That's the beauty of the Black Business Challenge by Andre Hatchett. Let's get these black churches on board. My name is Black Socrates from Mental Dialogue. All I ask is that you think. Find this video under hashtag JustMy3 cents.